Attention, please. Here's something I bet you didn't know. Not all supplements are created equal. At HealthSpan, our omega-3 oil is sustainably sourced from the South Pacific Ocean. We find our turmeric in the southern slopes of India. And our cod liver oil comes from the cold, crisp seas off Greenland. We work hard to seek out the best ingredients for our supplements, because that's the HealthSpan way. We're healthspan.co.uk. Vitamins and supplements in-store or direct to your door.
Right now, it's more vital than ever that we keep in touch. So at Labara, we're offering a great value SIM-only deal. 1,000 texts and 1,000 minutes to the UK. 100 extra minutes to 40 other countries, plus 2 gigs of data. All for just £5. No contract. You can change at any time. Not that you'd want to. Labara. Stay connected.
Tier Vinzo. Battleborn.
Whatever your day holds, you need a breakfast that helps you get up and go. Up.
And go, go, go.
Up.
And go.
A delicious breakfast shake made with oats and milk. High in fibre, high in protein, high in calcium. Start right with Up and Go. The official breakfast partner of British Swimming. Find us in the cereal aisle.
Well, hello and welcome to the final session of this competition. We are here at the British Para-Swimming International Meet 2021. It is incorporating the World Para-Swimming World Series. This is stage 1 of that series, here live from Ponds Forge, Sheffield. Tonight we have 4 races for you, 4 finals. It's hard to believe that we've got to this point already. And here is the schedule for this evening. It's a quick one. We'll start off with those women's and men's multi-class 50-meter freestyle finals. Then we'll move on to the women's and men's multi-class 100-meter butterfly finals. It really is taking the expression last one, fast one in its truest sense. Now we see the officials walking on to poolside. They've got a much shorter walk than they used to have prior to the pandemic. As they come out, we're all very grateful for their efforts, because the competition would not have been able to take place without all the work that they have done behind the scenes to make this possible. Some exciting racing tonight. had some good heat swims to set us up for some great opportunities to break some records tonight. As the officials get introduced, there is your technical delegate, Tony Ward, for this meet. The session's men's referee, it's David Metcalf. And then we have the women's referee, Christine Golightly. And then the starter for this afternoon is Elizabeth Fitzsimmons. It's possible that you're bored of hearing me say this now, but another one of the COVID precautions that's been put in place is that we only have one starter per session. Traditionally, you would have a separate starter for women's and men's events, but as you can see here, we have minimized the risk and the need to swap microphones. So Elizabeth Fitzsimmons will take charge of starting all events in this session. We'll be starting with the splash and dash 50-meter freestyles, and then we're moving on to some exciting 100-meter butterflies. Stephen Clegg of Great Britain flirted with his own British record this morning, just 6/100ths outside of that, as he posted a consideration time for Tokyo, as did Rhys Dunn. Also, maybe even more excitingly than that, Stephen Clegg only half a second off a world record that has stood since 2013. I mean, I can say it because you can't hear me right now. No pressure, but I'd be really excited if we finish this session with a world record or two. First up, it will be the women's 50-meter freestyle World Series finals. All finals are multi-class, and therefore the times are important for the athletes, but the positions will be decided on the points score. Points will be awarded on how close each athlete gets to the world record in their respective classification. There will be no medal presentations, no official medals handed out here. They're just testing the start out to make sure that the athletes get all the signals received, that the sound links to the lights. And once again, a reminder that we've switched start ends. So traditionally, the 50-meter starts would start down the diving pit end in Ponds Forge, that beautiful shot that you're seeing now. However, that is actually now the 100-meter, 200-meter and 400-meter start end. And the 50s and the 150 meters have been starting from the opposite end of the pool under the scoreboard. So we'll be heading there first for these 50-meter freestyle events. There's just one heat of each final tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 50 meters freestyle final.
So leading out these athletes for this first final is in lane 8, Erel Halavi of Israel. She's a double world championship finalist, and this is not the first time that we've seen her in a final session here this week. Next up, in that brilliant pink costume that makes it really easy to spot her, it's lane 7, Abby Keynes, Great Britain's Paralympic silver medalist in the backstroke. Then in lane 6, also representing Great Britain, it's Rebecca Redfern. All smiles for her on her return to international competition, having had her son Patrick in July last year. There we have Susanna Cowell of Estonia, the world bronze medalist in Mexico in 2017. She'll be going in lane 5 in the S10 category. Another lady on a comeback. Lane number 4, Great Britain's Hannah Russell. She is the world, European and Paralympic champion in this event. Another world championship medalist from Mexico back in 2017. It's Emmeline Pierre of France. She'll be going in lane 3, also in the S10 category. In lane 2, it's Tatiana Lebrun of Belgium, the S10 athlete. This is her 5th final of this competition this week, and she's still got one more to go. Lane 1, it's world champion and birthday girl for today, Tully Kearney of Great Britain. She'll be going in the S5 category. She was only 0.4 off her British record this morning. And another in-form swimmer at this meet in lane 0, Jona Molman of the Netherlands in the S4 category. She'll be looking to get a place for a Paralympic debut this summer. There is your start list for what will be a very quick race. And Tully Kearney there starting in the water. Everyone else at the block, and it is Hannah Russell who gets that signature quick start, that black hat in the centre lane, leading out the spearhead. But a great battle going on behind her. Susanna Carl going very well in that blue hat for Estonia. Hannah Russell is the Paralympic champion, but she's looking for a consideration time of 27.77 in this event. 27.65, a fantastic swim for Hannah there to get under that consideration time. If she wants to swim this event in Tokyo, she will be swimming with the S13 athletes as it's a combined event. Tully Kearney there, 36.52 for her. That's a 1/10 of a second quicker than she went this morning. And this morning she chopped the points to qualify fastest for this final this evening. You can see there, she's happy with that. 2 finals. Tully Kearney's never been to the Paralympic Games before. She did qualify for Rio in 2016, but unfortunately, due to ill health and injury, she wasn't able to attend. But she's given herself the best chance here this week. There are the results. Another victory for Jona Molman, 38.37, 961 points. And then Tully Kearney and Hannah Russell rounding out the top 3. 920 points is what it took to get into that top 3 this evening. Well, there's no hanging around with these 50 freestyles. That was quick, that was fast, that was exciting, and Hannah Russell has made a brilliant comeback to international competition. As I said, a lot of the events in the freestyle, especially in the female categories, being combined at the Paralympic Games, and Hannah is one of those athletes who's going to experience that in Tokyo this summer. So she is the Paralympic champion in the S12 category, but she will be racing the S13s in the summer in that event. We're just getting ready now for the men's 50-meter freestyle final. It's a World Series final. Again, there's only one heat. Again, it is multi-class, so it won't necessarily be the person who touches the wall first who finishes at the top of the pile. But there's some battles internally in this race. We have 3 S8 athletes. We have 2 S7 athletes. We have 2 S6 athletes and 2 S4 athletes. So they'll be having internal battles within their own classification groups. And then Sergei Kinak of Kazakhstan in lane 5 is in the sole S10 athlete. So he'll be swimming for time alone.
Please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 50 meters freestyle final.
It's a family affair in this one. Leading them out for Israel is in lane 9. It will be the first of the Malia twin brothers, Ariel, the European finalist. He comes out to take up his position in lane 9. Next up, it's Mount Kelly-based swimmer Leo McRae, swimming for Switzerland, the World Championship finalist in the S6 category, will be going in lane 8. There we see Great Britain's Paralympic 400-meter champion trying his hand at the shorter distance here In lane 7, it'll be Mikey Jones. There is the second of the Malia twins, Mark Malia of Israel, the world record holder in the 400 meters. We saw him and Mikey go head to head last night. He'll be going in lane 6. There is the sole S10 athlete in this event, representing Kazakhstan, Sergei Kanak, a silver medalist in the Asian Para Games. He'll be going in lane 5. A busy night for this man. World champion Dimitris Michelinzakis was the first of the S8 athletes in this race. He'll go for Greece in lane 4. Charles Rizoy of France is a World Championship bronze medalist back in Montreal in 2013 in this event in the S8 category. He'll be going in lane 3. And then it's 3 in a row, the third S8 athlete, this time for Spain. It will be Carlos Martinez Fernandez, the European bronze medalist in the 200 meters individually medley, will be going in lane 2. Well, Great Britain's Academy member, Will Perry of Northampton, found his form this morning, dipped under that 33-second barrier. He'll be going in lane 1. And then rounding out this final in lane 0, it's the other S4 athlete, Amir Omer Dadon of Israel. He's a 100-meter freestyle European champion, and he completes the S4 bookend, as you can see there from the start list. Well, the two S4 athletes starting in the water, everyone else going for the block, and you can see there that single arm windmill stroke of Michelinzakis. He's breathing towards Martinez Fernandez. They are looking at each other in the S8 battle, but going well as expected is the S10 athlete Kinak of Kazakhstan. This morning it was a very tight race between these two athletes, and once again it is. This time the touch going to Kinak in a time of 26.76. Michelinzakis coming in second, 27.10. And Charles Rizoy finished strongly there, 28.48. And as the S4 athlete, Ariel Malia now comes in to complete this final, 44.87 for him. But there it is, Michelinzakis looking at the board. Busy evening for him. He'll be back in the 100 meters butterfly in just 2 events time. Looking at the board, waiting for those results to be confirmed. See on the point score, when you've got different classifications, you don't always know where you're going to finish. But there is confirmation that that was enough for Michelinzakis, the world champion, to take it by just 2 points from Dadon, the S4 athlete from Israel. And then Mark Malia having a great meet. He's had a very busy schedule. He's from every final that he's been eligible for. He's got his 3rd position with 770 points. Well, that's it. We can all catch our breath for a second. The 50 meters never allow for much of that, but now we'll be going to the opposite end of the pool. We will have the 100-meter butterfly events for both women and men. Again, another few more opportunities for British athletes to achieve consideration times for Tokyo this summer. International athletes also being able to use this as an opportunity to post times would make them eligible for their National Paralympic Committee teams for Tokyo as well. There is your confirmation that our next event will be the women's 100 meters butterfly. There's some opportunity off some records in this too. Tony Shaw is the British record holder in this event in the S9 category. She said how she likes to be in the thick of the racing. She's found the heat sometimes difficult because she's been out on her own in that lane 9, but now she will be in one of the centre lanes with Louise Vidas and Yulia Gordichik. So the race is on. So another lady who's had a very busy competition. She's entered a number of finals. This is final number 6 for her. Tatiana Lebrun of Belgium will go in lane 8 in the S10 category. Then former Olympian, represented France in the Seoul 1988 Olympics, and then it became a European champion in the 50 freestyle in Dublin in 2018. S9, Claire Soupier of France will go in lane 7, and then she'll be next to the second S9 in this race, Yulia Gordichik, a double world championship finalist for Israel. And then rounding out the S9s, it is in lane 5, Tony Shaw, British record holder, silver medalist in this event in the World Championships in London in 2019. Louise Vidas. She's the breaststroke world champion in the S14 category. Looking for an opportunity to add to her Tokyo schedule. She'll be going in lane 4. A World Championship silver medalist from Mexico in 2017. Isabel Hernandez Santos has had to wait all week for her main event. She'll go in lane 3 for Spain. Katie Crowhurst having a superb meet this week. She started with her birthday on day 1. She's made a number of final appearances. She'll be going in lane 2 for Great Britain.
This is the women's 100 meters butterfly final.
So they're away well. They're a good start down in the bottom from Tatiana Lebrun, the Belgian athlete in the S10 category. But there we see those two black hats of the Great Britain athletes, Vidas and Shaw. They've got company from Isabel Hernandez for Spain going well. Like I said, this is her main event, the S10 athlete. Vidas going well down this first 50 meters. Great Britain got great pedigree in this event as Vidas turns in 31.05, Hernandez Santos 32.22, and Tony Shaw 32.59. Jessica Jane Applegate not at this competition. She's a silver medalist in this event at the World Championships, which means there is room on the Great Britain roster to add to become another 100 fly swimmer, and Louise Vidas is looking for that opportunity. She's looking strong here. Tony Shaw going very well, holding on to the shoulder of the Spanish athlete Hernandez Santos as they come into the wall for Vidas to stop the clock in a time of 1:07.21. Her consideration time, 1:07.51, so she does achieve that. Hernandez Santos 1:09.49 for her, and Tony Shaw 1:09.56. Yulia Gordichik, the next S9 athlete in 1:15.41. But Louise Vidas really is coming of age. She's just going from strength to strength. She's trained really well. She's raced very well in the few competitions that have been put on in Manchester by British Swimming this year. And it's great to see her here really attacking a full program as part of her preparations for the summer's events. The results are in, and Vidas did do enough to take the victory on points. 850 for her. Hernandez Santos 731 for her, and then Tony Shaw 724 for her. So great racing there. Tony Shaw already has a number of consideration times for the Tokyo team this summer, as does this lady, Louise Vidas. She's a very versatile swimmer. Try her hand at a number of events. And she's got a really bright future ahead of her. And just like that, we're moving on to the last event of the meet. Once we started back, we'd been away from international competition for so long, but once we started back, it was like we'd never been gone. The athletes have put in through some superb performances this week. Their commitment to enabling this event to happen has been top of the tree, and as anybody and everybody that's been involved has done everything they can to make this happen. So there are the athletes lining up, waiting for their call time to be beckoned onto the pool deck. They will be led out by Charles Rozoy of France. Just got out of the water with 50 freestyle. A lot of these athletes returning. Mitchell Zakis, another one, will be returning, having only swum 50-meter freestyle moments ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our final event. This is the men's 100 meters butterfly final.
There is the Paralympic champion from London 2012 in this event. In lane 8 for France, it'll be Charles Rozoy. You can see he didn't even have time to get his towel or put a top on because the program is quite condensed this evening. In lane 7, the Welshman representing Great Britain, the World Championship finalist, Rhys Davies, will go in the S14 category.
In lane 6, representing Japan,
Haruki Kamo of Japan in lane 6, another S14 athlete. He was a medalist at the Global Games in 2019. And then in lane 5, it is the world record holder and world champion, Rhys Dunn of Great Britain and Plymouth. He'll be going in the S14 category. And then very much an in-form swimmer at this meet. In lane 4, the British record holder, Stephen Clegg of Great Britain, swimming in the S12 category. Like I said, half a second off the world record this morning. Excitement in the building. World and European medalist for France, Alex Portal of the S13 category, will be going in lane 3. He's a Scottish short course record holder. In lane 2 for another final for Jack Milne of Great Britain in the S14 category. And the other S8 athlete in this final, it is the World Paralympic and European champion, Dimitris Mitsotakis of Greece. He'll go in lane 1. So much excitement here. Rhys Dunn, a world record holder. Hopefully he can pull Stephen Clegg along to a very fast time. And off they go. Like I said, Rhys Dunn using that underwater there. Stephen Clegg just popping up. But it is Rhys Dunn in the black hat in that centre lane 5 who's leading the way at the moment. As I said, his world record split is 25.56. Now at the World Championship, Stephen Clegg did go out under world record pace and then just dropped off on that second 50. But Rhys Dunn there turning in 26.56, so second off his split, but 26.57 for Stephen Clegg is only 3/100ths off his British record, and it is a 10th of a second under the world record split. So here we can see those two black hats, the S12 athlete Stephen Clegg in lane 4, sticking with Rhys Dunn in lane 5. As we come into the final 5 meters there, we see those red markers. It will be Dunn that takes it on time. 56.19. 56.75 for Stephen Clegg. If that is ratified, it is a new world record to finish this competition. What a way to finish this meet. But thankfully, Rhys Dunn is there to read the board to Stephen Clegg. He looks happy, and so he should. It was, what a way. 4 races tonight, but that is a great way to finish this first stage of the World Para Series. We do need to have confirmation of that result, so I probably shouldn't get too excited just yet, but I'm going to anyway. So the results will be confirmed on the board shortly. A great swim as well from Rhys Dunn, 56.19. Also going under his consideration time again for Tokyo. Just have to wait for those results. You can see both the boys there gave that everything that they had. Had great weekends. Just have to wait a second for those results. Always a nerve-wracking time. Stephen Clegg's been in great form all week, already broken a couple of British records, so he did flirt with the idea this morning. Now we just have to wait. I don't know if the officials are doing this to us on purpose, giving us some drama. But hopefully here come the results. And they are in. And unfortunately there was a disqualification. Charles Royer of France, but confirmation of Stephen Clegg's new world record to finish this competition. 56.75, 56.19 for Rhys Dunn and Alex Portal of France, getting a 3rd position to finish off an incredible meet for him. But, wow. That world record has stood since Montreal World Championships in 2013 to Roman Makarov of Russia, who was an amazing S12 athlete in his own right. But Stephen Clegg deserved that, like I said, at the World Championships last time out. He did go out quicker in that split to halfway, but then he had a slower second 50 than Makarov. But today, you can see that work he's been putting in over the pandemic has absolutely paid off. And what a way to finish that first leg of the World Para Series. So there are a few more rounds of the World Para Series. So the athletes will be going to Louisville from the 15th to the 17th of April. Then they'll be headed to Italy, 17th and 18th of April. And it will round out in Berlin, the 17th to 20th of June. But some athletes will get the opportunity to go to the Europeans in Madeira from the 16th to the 22nd of May. So I guess that all that's left to say from me is we've had a brilliant meet here. It's great to be back. We have definitely missed the national athletes that would normally be in attendance, but hopefully everybody has been given a taste of the sport that is to come this summer, and everybody's getting a feeling of hope that we will somewhat return to more regular competition this year. Thank you very much, and goodbye.